pretty regular. Anyway,
It's
we're
all right.
recording now. Hello, everyone. Thanks. Welcome to the review. We are not live this week, but we're still gonna go through with our review anyway. So, yeah, what'd you guys think?
Got one question.
It was sweet.
What's your
Sweet
question,
and
Tootsie?
Simple.
Why'd they get a hotel if they didn't even stay the whole full day?
Didn't they?
No.
Are you sure
They
about
stayed. No, they got there, ordered the hotel, and they didn't even stay one night.
that? I think they stayed
guess
at least one night.
No, they didn't.
Nah.
No, it- 'cause
Actually,
you gotta
I
think
agree
that
with Tootsie.
It
Yeah.
only took place in one whole thing.
I didn't notice. I'll have to go back.
I was just questioning. It's wait, if they're members, I understand that they would get a discount on the hotel, and I understand that they get all that stupid exclusive stuff. But my question is, why have a hotel? I mean,
Are you sure it was just...
I'm being serious.
I got a question that one.
Well, Rainbow Dash was trying to get them out of her sight,
No.
so they can sleep, so she can go on the ride.
Yeah, they were
No,
sleeping
all
for
she
a
was all she was trying to do was get them to take a nap. That whole episode.
Where
only
would they
took
take a
place in
nap
one
then?
day.
Where would they take
all right,
a nap?
all right.
In the
Let's not get
streets?
hung up on this one point. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty funny episode. I like the at the beginning. Unfortunately, there's this thing I have where if I like it in the beginning a lot, the ending is just kind of so-so or even bad. But if I don't like the opening, usually it ends on a strong note. And this one, I like the opening a lot with Rainbow Dash and Applejack talking and all that, and I like the editing there. And then the premise of the Grannies going to Las Vegas or whatever.
stupid.
Well, I wouldn't say stupid. I would just say it's not one of my favorite premises, but it was still handled
Yeah.
really well, I thought. What do you guys think?
I'll give them credit for this. They actually handled the grannies in a very kid manner. I mean,
It could have been a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
more annoying.
no, if you guys had grannies and you ever brought them to somewhere like that, that's sort of like what they would act. But I thought it was funny because
Yeah.
Granny Smith acts exactly like my grandma.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I found this very
Also, I
clear-
guess none of them are married or their husbands are dead because they were just hitting on them.
Yeah,
Whoa.
probably. Well, they weren't all. It was mostly that one. But anyway, I noticed this animation error. Their eyes still have guide layers. Anyway, that's a small thing. Let's ignore that.
I think this is GM Barrow's best episode.
Oh, yeah?
ever written.
She also
I
wrote the
just think-
chapter books.
I think some of her other episodes were kind of low, but I think this might have been her strong episode she written. It was hilarious.
Yeah, my first
There was
impression
no-
is solid editing, solid writing, solid animation. Premise is
Yeah.
fine. Nothing
There
wrong.
was
Nothing
no Starlight.
wrong. What? What about
There was
Starlight?
no Starlight, so perfect.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah.
But was there Derpy?
No
Derpy. 0 out of 10.
But
Rick,
there was
Rick and Morty
Morty.
replaced Derpy.
That was just sorry.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
the
That was
Rick and
just
Morty.
Did anybody notice Heisenberg though in the background?
Yeah, I see
Oh
him now.
yes, I did.
I didn't notice Heisenberg, but I did notice the Rick and Morty.
Is that crystal meth on his butt?
Yeah.
What was
he's
the blue stuff?
Heisenberg.
It's blue stuff.
You're goddamn right.
Also,
It's what?
this episode confirmed that there is Milo Pony booty cream.
Oh, is that
Booty
what they
cream.
said? There was a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
very-
things
I
I
like-
missed.
Like,
I like
his
that.
Granny Smith was like, Applejack, have you seen my flank cream?
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
my
now I know
God.
where you.
Oh, and I also heard the joke. They should have named you Apple Saucy. That was like, what?
Oh,
No. Okay.
no.
Let's move on.
Hey, the episode did that.
Milo Pony has been getting very, very good with their humor.
I hate
Yeah.
you writers.
I thought the premise was kind of odd. I find it kind of dumb. It was like, oh, the Wonderbolts. So it was like, oh, if you haven't heard of this, then you're dumb. It's like, what?
Applejack. Rainbow Dash's reaction I've pulled up in a screenshot right now is my reaction to the granny related cliche premise, whatever.
You should never let them eat them.
Do I even have to
hard
say it?
stuff.
So yeah, I didn't take many notes for this episode. I feel like the beat by beat, all the points here were pretty cliche, straightforward. It wasn't one of those episodes where there's a twist ending or anything. In fact,
Also,
the
let's-
ending was
let's-
probably the most cliched of how they all make up in the end and everyone's happy at the end.
Yeah, it's just like,
Also, oh, sorry. I was
It's like
gonna
you
say-
ruined our fun. Let's ride a roller coaster. You're so cool.
you
Yeah.
should join our
notice,
club after you
I
I
destroyed
know, right?
everything.
That's so dumb.
Have you noticed that
Yeah,
blue?
like it was their recommendation
If
at first.
Don't say it, Drummer Shy.
I won't say it.
It's
Have
like
you
Brony
noticed the? No. Have you noticed the blue pony with the hair? It reminds me of Trixie
You
a
mean
little
Rainbow
bit.
Dash?
Trixie's dad.
Oh, and yeah, I wonder, because they actually mentioned the word trick a couple times with emphasis. I wonder if they're hinting at that. Let me find the screenshot.
They're obviously the
Trixie's
same
dad.
plot twist. That's
But
Trixie's
where-
husband.
It actually is
But
Trixie.
where is the mom?
Yeah.
Plot twist. That's actually Trixie's
Hold on.
husband.
Wait, Trixie doesn't have the mayor eye shines, but her dad does. That's confusing.
Stop.
Or her
Stop.
potential dad does. No, either way. All right, regardless, whoever this is, why does he have the mayor's eye shines? Anyway.
I like how, oh, that's my dad because we look exactly the same.
Well, it's like Rainbow Dash's father.
It's kind of like
yeah.
back in the day. It's like, oh, you want to give the character parents, make them look like brother and sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super weird.
Now, a few funny things I thought was interesting was I think this is the best. This was way better than the crapshoot that we got with the last Lost Pegasus episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't think that one was too bad, but yeah, I think I might have to
I
rewatch
was,
this.
I was also very confused that there was a statue of Flim and Flam.
Oh, was there? I missed that.
Yeah, it's
I
like
was
at the
like,
beginning when they
what?
open it, it's like they're on the hotel, and then like there's this golden statue of both of them.
What did they found it, or were they just really popular there? I forget.
I don't even know.
I need to re-see that one. I need to rewatch that one.
Another thing I thought was a little, I don't know, it was an alright episode. I couldn't really.
Yeah,
I can't say
I
how
would
mine-
Yeah, there was not much problems with it.
I thought it was a fun episode. I could relate to it because I had to take my Grammies to
On a
a
roller
few
coaster?
casinos.
So lost,
No, to casinos.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they were going for here, but they couldn't actually have gambling.
Las Vegas.
And they missed a twerking joke.
What?
They
What?
missed a twerking joke
Why
on
does
the dance
every-
floor.
Is
On the dance
it-
floor.
Stop.
Tootsie,
where?
the real question is it really necessary though?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Is Rick and Morty ponies necessary?
Yeah, that lacked subtlety, but it was only there for a few frames, so that's meant to
Yeah,
be
it
there
was like
to be
very
found by
quick.
us.
Oh yeah, I did think it was kind of cute to see Lyra and Bon Bon just
yeah.
there.
Yep.
Like, no, those were like the only ponies that were like from Ponyville. Like,
Yeah.
like most of the characters seemed kind of new.
But Lyra and Bon Bon travel.
Yeah, they do.
Also,
background ponies travel a lot.
Also, I want to say there's some good Rainbow Dash faces in this episode.
I meant to say that too. There's a
Yeah.
lot of great Rainbow Dash
Yeah.
faces.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of SpongeBob a little bit.
All right,
I
guys,
guess
you
the
want to?
big-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, I guess the one minor problem I would have is that the entire problem for this entire episode was caused just because of what Applejack said.
Yeah, it's like
But that was
That's
also
like
the conflict
playing Rainbow
resolution. Is all she had to do was say, "Oh, Applejack put me up to it," and they all suddenly understand. Like that was.
Oh yeah, there's like, oh, that darn little kid.
Yeah, I thought that was a good way to wrap things up, even if it's not like the most
dang
amazing.
it,
premise.
Applejack, you suck.
What would have happened if Rainbow Dash said, "Oh, Applejack just put me in charge, guys," and then we're
I
like,
think it
"Oh,
would have
okay."
been funny, or I think it would have been funny. Wait, we got an entire episode about old people, but yet they didn't do one "oh my back" joke.
Yeah,
Tell
that's
me
you know, I meant-
exactly why. Oh, sorry. I was gonna
Well,
say, tell me exactly why people like Applejack.
No, they didn't do one back joke. Like, oh my back.
Yeah, I was kind of saying earlier how it's the old person cliche, but they didn't take it too far. It wasn't too obnoxious.
Yeah.
I just thought it was
I thought it-
mildly annoying, but not enough to like be a bad episode, in my opinion.
Oh, best line in this whole episode was probably, and I thought you were the fun one.
That's the perfect way to crush Dash's spirit, dash her spirits.
Uh,
All right,
You're
let's jump
supposed
in. Let's jump into individual reviews and ratings.
yeah.
Just because I think we've been talking long enough. You want to start us off, Drummer Shy?
He just wants to get it
Yes.
over with.
Yes, I do. I really liked this episode. I thought it was really good, and it was probably one of GM Barrow's best episodes she'd written. I liked facial expressions from Rainbow Dash. I liked, all the funny parts in it. I'm gonna be watching this again. Again, Fake It Till You Make It was good, but this one was way better. So give it a 10 out of 10 again.
All right, wow, 10 from Drummer Shy.
Nice.
All right, I'm
Too
next,
high.
but I'm gonna wrap things up. So, Magma Master, what'd you think?
I didn't like the episode at all. It
Ooh.
did have some.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You can contrast Drummer Shy's.
It did have some good jokes and some good lines and some decent Rainbow Dash meme faces, but mostly the premise I already found pretty stupid, and the whole concept of the episode was incredibly cliche,
Almost like it's a
and
kid's
that
show.
annoyed. Tootsie, get out. The kids' show is not an excuse, and it never will be.
Of course, if I say that, it's a
But it
whole
is an
different
excuse.
story.
Tootsie, take your turn.
Anyway, I lost my train of thought. What was I? Okay, let me think. Yeah, the whole oh, someone has to take care of old people and something that was it's something so oversaturated and cliche in media, and also it led to a lot of moments that made me genuinely cringe. So, like I've said before, I mostly on here I mostly rate episodes for how much enjoyment they give me, rather how good they are from an objective standpoint. Something can work well in writing and be consistent in writing, but if I don't enjoy it, I will not rate it very highly.
What are you
And
doing?
the thing with
I was putting him in.
drummer,
Yeah.
stop.
All right,
All right.
go ahead.
Yeah. Lost my train of thought again.
Well, did you have a rating?
One sec. I'm getting it back. So, this bothers me especially because something that always made the show stand out was how, even with somewhat with premises that were somewhat similar to cliches, it always had its own take that was noticeably different from other forms of media doing something similar, and I didn't really get that impression here. And like I said, all the cringe moments combined, Rainbow Dash being very just stupid in following Applejack's orders, Applejack giving those stupid orders in the first place, it really annoyed me, and I couldn't really find enjoyment out of it. I'm gonna be giving this episode a 3.5.
Oh
That's
my
pretty
God.
low. But all right, hey,
The
it
episode
kind of
should-
balances out with drummer size so far, so it's still up in the air.
Hey, Magma, would it be safe?
At least I still give episodes
No,
bad
let's-
ratings if I say I don't like
Alright.
them.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Magma.
Shady Games, what'd you think?
I'll have to agree with Magma on this one. This episode just seemed boring to me. I mean, the premise wasn't all that great, and pretty much Magma just covered up all the things I have to complain about, to be honest. And
The kid show.
I just didn't really.
It's not an excuse.
I just didn't really see much enjoyment out of it, and just it covering up the whole old people are boring and all that sort of thing. It's very cliche, and at this point I might as well just say, hey, what Magma said. So so I would have to say that this episode. I'm just gonna skip to the rating. This episode for me was a 4 out of 10.
Ooh, all right.
My
rather
God, you
low.
Good Lord.
Sonic Crew, you're
No,
not.
Tootsie, you
Well,
are.
I'm gonna go and say I disagree with both of you.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I didn't
you.
find the episode that bad. Like, even though the premise is pretty meh, but I didn't find this episode entirely boring. Like, it was all exciting. It was like I wish it could have seen a different direction where Rainbow Dash, like, okay, so she actually went on the roller coaster, came back in the hotel, and she's like, "Oh God, where did I go?" And then they find out they're all crazy and everything. That would have been nice to see. But other than that, it was pretty fun. There were some good moments, some little funny references, and also I blame Rainbow Dash for ruining the magician's show. They're going,
Trixie's
yeah, they always come out surviving, guys, in the end. Boo hoo ha. But I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10.
Ooh, all right. That's a pretty high one. So we're split
Yeah.
right down the middle with this. But
All right, now I have
Yep,
I
it's
have
your
some
turn.
legit
Go
I have
ahead.
some legit problems. Not with the episode, but with Magma and Shady's, because
Hey, we're here to review the episode.
no, there's a few problems I have with that. First of all, I can understand where you guys are coming from for cliche, but the big difference between this episode and the other ones is that usually it's a character who forces it on the other characters in order to, like, what's the word for it? Forces it on the other characters from their own perspective. Rainbow Dash only did it because Applejack. No, listen, Applejack was only worried about her grandmother and the other Granny. So because they were old and they could be a little crazy. Which, yes, Granny Smith has done a lot of crazy things, and well, the crazy cat lady, her entire house is infested with cats. So I could understand why Applejack would tell Rainbow Dash to protect him. And Rainbow Dash just wanted. I like how the episode didn't focus on Rainbow Dash just like trying to get rid of him in order to go to the roller coaster. No, she was legitimately concerned for the Grannies because, well, it was someone else's granny, and yeah, I could understand why Rainbow Dash just wanted to like protect him. And yeah, she did kind of a very job of more of, I wouldn't say annoying him, but more of just not really rushing it, but just more of trying to make sure they wouldn't hurt themselves. So I can respect that because I can respect that because it was
Respect women.
They're just old people and they don't really know what they're doing, and they're at that age where they start having, what's the word for it, losing their memory and doing stuff that they think they should be doing, but they're at like what, 80 or 60.
Alzheimer's?
We don't know.
80.
Yeah, Alzheimer's. That's it. So I can appreciate that what Rainbow Dash did. I also liked how it wasn't just Rainbow Dash just doing it for the hell of it, throwing her out of character. No, it was just Applejack just told her to do something. Rainbow Dash did it, and I can respect that. I also like how at the end it made up because they were just gold members. I'm not sure if the Grannies ever told them that, or told Applejack that they were gold members, so they're allowed to do all this free stuff. But overall, the only thing I can really blame about this episode is that it was more of just... Actually, I can't really blame anything because Applejack just did it because she knows her grandma and her friends and how insane they can be. So I cannot blame Rainbow Dash or the Grannies for what they did. The only awkward part I can get is I didn't really... I don't know, I just found all the awkward moments of Grannies hitting on the other ponies a little weird, but my grandma does that all the time. I thought the episode was I thought the episode was fun, so I'm just gonna give it like a 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10.
Oh wait,
Yay,
which one?
baby.
Which one?
I don't know, probably a 9 out of 10.
All right, we're going with a 9.
9 out of 10. Yay.
All right, I'm gonna wrap things up, and it's nice. It's actually really nice to hear Tootsie go into rant mode to defend an episode for once.
Yeah, I know, right?
Anyway,
Finally.
When was the last time that happened?
and I'm gonna agree. And actually, you kind of brought up a good point. I liked a lot. I was going to talk about Rainbow Dash's motivation here, but your emphasis on her doing the right thing, sticking with the grandmas, and trying to take care of them as per Applejack's request is a really good thing for her character. You know, she's all about loyalty and being there for her friends. And it's not really spelled out for you. It kind of requires us to have this discussion to really understand her motivations and why she did what she did in this episode. And I think, you know, when you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. Like, wow, okay, that's good. I like that. And they spell out all the cliches with the old people are fun, good, you know, happy ending, all that cliches. But they didn't spell out that aspect of Rainbow Dash's character, as Tootsie was going on about. And I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
I
It was just done as a request.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, what's her motivation here? To do what Applejack wants, or, and maybe this undoes everything. There was a point where she kind of wanted to have the Grannies be okay, so she could ride on the roller coaster. Somewhere in there, they fit that in as part of her motivation. I forget how they worded it. It was something along the lines of, oh, if they get hurt, I have to come home or whatever. She can't go on the roller coaster. So I was trying to figure out, is her motivation to protect the Grannies because she wants to go on the roller coaster, or because she's trying to do what Applejack wants? And of course, this is open to interpretation because we keep seeing Applejack pop up and telling her that, and you know she's feeling that on her conscience. But also at the same time,
no soft food.
But also at the same time, she's kind of saying, you know, like, oh, I need to help these Grannies so I can go on the roller coaster. She says that out loud, but she feels a different way. I don't know. I feel like Tootsie's little mini
Makes you
positive
think.
rant. Yeah, it made me think. And yeah, I like this episode. I wouldn't say it was one of my favorites. You know, I don't like the old person cliche where, oh, we got to take care of old people for the day.
Bronies react.
I feel like TV does a lot of stuff like that, and it just gets obnoxious at times. But you know, as far as being obnoxious goes, this episode did a great job of keeping Rainbow Dash in character, having a bunch of entertaining moments, and I really like the animation, how bright and colorful Las Pegasus is. Was it Las Pegasus?
Now that's something I would agree.
Anyway, so yeah, I like this one. I'm not giving it quite as high, but I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and calculate our ratings.
Hey,
Who wants to give us the drum roll?
Yeah, hold on. I was gonna say, is this Bronies react worth or?
No.
Why are you asking
Okay.
me? Anyway,
Yeah.
we need a drum
So
roll.
below, it's Brownie's react word.
All right, the average for the Little Shot live stream rating for Granny's Gone Wild is a 7 out of 10.
Wait, that's the
Yay.
episode name?
Granny's Gone Wild. Yeah, don't Google that.
Yes.
Can I break-
When I
break-
looked up the episode today, I was trying to find it. I said,
Can I lower
Granny's
my
Gone
rating
Wild, and
because of that title?
don't Google it, please.
Don't Google
I mean, you
it.
gotta have a pretty high IQ to
Can I-
understand My Little Pony.
Can I please lower my rating just because of that title?
All right, thank you everyone for stopping
told you
by.
that without Googling it
Thank you for
first.
stopping by. We'll be back live next week and hopefully again in the future. So yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.
I've
Bye.
been Googling the episode, trying to find it.